Good morning, HPC. Well done. If you've persevered this far, we've turned to a new section in Rory's ramblings. Well, actually, more significantly, in Andrew Wilson's book. We've gone from what he calls the beings of God and into a section called the names of God. If you've been with us all the way through, you really do deserve a long-term service medal. Wilson rather brilliantly encourages us the next time somebody says, I don't believe in God, to say, tell me about the God you don't believe in. And as they begin to describe a distant despot who lives on a cloud and probably has a beard, who might have been involved in kicking things off creation-wise, and who's responsible for smiting people with thunderbolts, then you can joyfully say, oh wow, we have something in common. I don't believe in that God either. The rambling, the chapter that Wilson writes in this book uses its springboard to introduce the idea of the names of God as Psalm 46, verse 10, be still and know that I am God. And that's key, really, because we need to know which God we're talking about. There are lots on offer. There always have been lots of different small g gods on offer. God's people were to be faithful to and to declare the praises of the one true big G God, but they did that in the context of loads of different divine options, if you like. There was a huge menu to choose from. Whether it was Canaanite gods like Baal and Ashtoreth, the gods of Egypt, or the Amalekites, or the Ammonites, there were just a huge range of different deities that people worshipped. Andrew Wilson says in every language that he's aware of, there is a word for God. There sometimes isn't a word for the, but there is a word for the divine. And this universal desire for identity with or seeking after the divine is still around with us today. Sure, we may not worship a small statue of a small g god, but nonetheless we have gods in our lives, things which we look to take away our pain, make life better, things which we believe will define and strengthen us. So we have the god, don't we, of education. If only my children, or perhaps that's the God of children, worshipping our children, I don't know. If only I can get the right grades and go to the right college, then their lives will be sorted. The God of wealth, if I could just have another £400 a month, then I'd be satisfied. The God of popularity. Why's nobody liked my YouTube video? The God of sex, a desire only to be satisfied, a burning sense that I will be fulfilled when I am engaged in the act of sexual congress. When the Bible speaks of God, capital G, he's saying all of these other things are idols. It is, to use the parlance of the youth, a mic drop. It's a put down, saying the other things that you worship, the other things that you look to for definition, for meaning and satisfaction, are in fact just parasitic on the one true God. They've taken something which is good, which God has given us, whether that is education or harvest or rain or sex or relationships. It'd taken one of those things and said, let's take this good thing and let's make it a God thing. Let's elevate it into a divine thing. Let's worship it. Psalm 46 says, be still and know that I am God. And he will be exalted among the nations. He will be exalted on the earth. Our job as his people is to stop what we're doing and to know Him. Have you done that today, I wondered? Have you stopped everything else, opened the scriptures, and sought to deepen your relationship with this God who will be exalted? Why don't you do that just now? Have a really good day, HPC.